States.
Giving me an up-close and personal view. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Joanne Powell Show. I'm Joanne, coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.TV, Hollywood. Well, the fight and the fury is growing across the country over health care reform. Hundreds of people have been turning out to town hall meetings across the country, outraged and upset about what happened recently in the House of Representatives in Washington up on Capitol Hill and the legislation that they passed. That particular group of legislation, the bills, could cause 24 million people to be without health care. Let's take a look. Republican Congress members are feeling the fury from constituents at town hall meetings like this one. Blowback for their vote to repeal and replace Obamacare. Congressman Paul Reed meets with voters in upstate New York. His reception less than warm.
These are human beings.
Many of their concerns surrounding the issue of pre-existing conditions. This man says he donated a kidney.
Now that I have a pre-existing condition, that my cost of health care could go up significantly. And also, I could possibly be denied health care.
The Republican bill would roll back the provisions of the Affordable Care Act that protect patients with pre-existing conditions. That's 1 out of every 4 Americans. Health insurers would still have to cover them, but the bill does include a mechanism allowing insurance companies to raise patients' rates, possibly making their rates unaffordable. In Idaho, Republican Congressman Paul Labrador shot back at a constituent. He said nobody dies because they don't have access to health insurance.
You are mandating people on Medicaid except dying. You are making them.
No one wants anybody to die. You know, that line is so indefensible. Nobody dies because they don't have access to health care.
If you have ever been in an ER at 3 in the morning explaining to a parent that their 2-year-old has leukemia, and the first thing they ask is, will she live? And the second thing they ask is, how can we pay for this? We don't have insurance. It absolutely kills people.
It will be great health care, and your premiums will come down, and your deductibles will come down. So you'll have better health care at a lower cost. And now I'm calling on the Senate to take action.
But some House members admit they didn't read the bill's fine print.
I don't think any individual has read the whole bill, but that's why we have staff.
New Jersey Congressman Rodney Frelinghuysen switched his vote from no to yes last minute after promising his constituents he would look out for them.
I support looking after pre-existing conditions.
He was holding my letter in his hand, yes, when he said that. Don't take away the protections we already have. And my representative voted to take away those protections.
There is a lot of emotion surrounding the whole debate of health care reform, especially when there's a lot on the line. This piece of legislation actually could have 24 million people possibly lose their health care or their health insurance. Well, joining me now to talk more about what's going on in this whole health care debate is Dr. Wayne Moore. He's joining us from Nashville, Tennessee. Your specialty is emergency medicine. What do you make of all that's going on up on Capitol Hill and this latest move by the House?
Well, I'm deeply concerned about the activities that went on in the House regarding the American Health Care Act. First of all, I think a lot of our legislators were uninformed about the act itself. A lot of them said that they hadn't read it. They did not have the input of the Congressional Budget Office, which ranks and scores the effectiveness and efficiency of the act. So I'm very, very concerned that our legislators acted in ignorance, and also if you look back to the previous vote and the previous bill that was formulated, clearly the CBO or Congressional Budget Office felt that fell far short of what the care and cost savings that Obamacare provided. So I am deeply perplexed and concerned about what our legislators are doing right now.
One of the areas of contention has to do with pre-existing conditions, and this particular legislation basically leaves it up to the states to decide whether they want to provide it or not. And in some of these cases, a lot of people could see their premiums go up to the point where they can't afford it. And there are a lot of people who have pre-existing conditions, something from as simple, I shouldn't say as simple, but like a C-section, that's considered a pre-existing condition. Or if you are dealing with any issues of depression, or of course you've got, high blood pressure, heart disease, all those, they were cancer survivors. So there's a lot of people that are impacted by this particular component of this bill.
Without a doubt. Pre-existing illnesses, states get the options to waive patients that have pre-existing illnesses. And you can bet your bottom sure that Republican states will take advantage of that waiver. And this represents about 30 out of 50 states. So most states will be impacted by these states that will accept the waivers. And the states that accept the waivers, new individuals who decide to get health care, like my daughter, who is turning 26, new people that enter the market, people that move from other states, and people that have lapses in their health care insurance will fall victim to this pre-existing waiver. The Republicans will actually tell you, oh, it's covered by high-risk pools and a $8 billion amount of funds to bolster up those high-risk pools. But major economists, even Republican economists, say that this is clearly not enough money. And can you imagine all those individuals applying for those high-risk pool benefits and that $8 billion? It will be a bureaucratic nightmare for someone to get those funds, and they maybe even have passed by the time those funds have come through. So this is a more bureaucratic way of administering medicine, and I think it's really terrible. One other thing that I will mention too, that we talk a lot about pre-existing illnesses, but the other waiver that states have is a minimum benefit standard, or the minimum amount of services that your health insurance plan is willing to provide. So that, in those Republican states, you can believe that those services will be significantly watered down, and that significant services will not be provided. That's, to me, even a bigger issue than pre-existing illnesses.
Well, we have run out of time. I thank you so much, Dr. Moore, for joining us. We're going to continue this debate. We'll have to have you back on. But the Senate is taking this up, and they have said that basically they're going to rewrite it and keep the good things and then come up with something else. So hopefully that will be something significant. We'll have you back on and talk about what they're going to do.
Be my pleasure.
Okay. Well,
Thank you so much.
You're watching the Joanne Powell Show. We'll be right back here next Wednesday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Until then, do something nice for someone in need.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult, like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. Considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.
Seize the Day Scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the Day Scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.